A fight for the right to be number one. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man, now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the 2nd straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders. Incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. They'll be led out by the only 6-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak, but we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. But look now at the starters defensively for the Broncos. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
To throw on third down, Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Brady's throw there complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
Smith-Schuster.
58 to Mike, 58.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Escape
second
situation.
and
Let's go.
7. At the Broncos' 34-yard line.
Alert!
On second down, here's Barkley. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
And it's
50.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards. That's good. Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
1st down, Prescott. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 16 carries, 57 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, here we go. 54. Mike, 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Prescott from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Hey, 66.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a first down coming up.
Wait, that flag, 20. 51.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
72.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He sets to fire deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Let's get this all day.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And Denver getting set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
29, Alpha. Check 43.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Hey, ball 66.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Wait, that 53. 51.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Finds his tight end Ingram. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Brady now to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, Eckler. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the 3rd down. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. James has got it. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Gotta get the point. Get on the point right here. 12 mine. 12 mine. You must regular.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Brady to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They come out here in the eye. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here is Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on third.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Brady. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady again. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 7-0 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Plenty to look forward to in that early window, one being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Oakland Raiders. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being in Tennessee, where it'll be the Titans at home in Nashville, taking on the LA Chargers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a big one in Big D. They always are when these two get together, Eagles and Cowboys, in an NFC East battle from AT&T Stadium.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wait, wait, 20! Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
Now it's Barkley. The tackle by Robert Quinn. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Big hit. 5 yards on the play.
From the gun, Brady. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Let's go, D. Check 4, check 4.
Ball 50.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Sugar!
This is Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. And now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott now from the 50. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, and finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A first down throw for Prescott.
Many different ways.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's McKissick. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, 66.
Operating from the gun. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
Brady now on 1st down. That'll be caught by Cup. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
First down, Chiefs.
Hey, ball 66.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Wait, 20. Mike, 51.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Prescott now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
54, right there, 54.
brings up 2nd and 9. 42-yard line.
Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2. That's
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Prescott from the gun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. On the run, it's Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And it's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Brady, open man right side is Cup, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. On third down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
2 yards.
From the 31, Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Complete to Bryant. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be third and 5. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Adam Thielen.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it's going to be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. Brady. It got his man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Play action, now it's Brady. And he fires one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. To throw is Brady. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll run with Barkley, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now Prescott. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's complete to Sanders. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott yet again. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Miles Jack able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Prescott's pass, incomplete, intended for Austin Hooper.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Brady's throw there complete. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Cameron Jordan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott, that's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Prescott's pass, intended for Adam Thielen, incomplete.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Brady going to throw here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Barkley. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Preston Brown, 3, brings up 2nd and 7. At their 48.
Again, it's Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.